And there's an update tonight on a case involving a man who hit and killed another man's dog while driving under the influence. It happened in McDowell County, June of last year.
Tonight we are learning the charges were upgraded against the man behind the wheel. News 13's Samir Nefsi reports that driver is now going to prison.
In June of 2021, William Owensby helplessly watched as his 3-year-old Shih Tzu named Polly was hit by a car in his own yard. Now the man who killed his dog will spend several years behind bars after pleading guilty.
He took something away from us, and he just needs to be held accountable for that.
We talked with William Owensby in August of last year, shortly after his best friend was taken from him. He didn't want to talk with News 13 on camera this time, but 16 months later, justice has been served.
The judge sentenced him to 20 to 33 months on the cruelty to animals charge, and then 12 months on the DWI.
In June of 2021, Wayne Lassiter veered off of US 70 in McDowell County, went across a driveway and hit 3-year-old Polly.
Polly and Jack, I bring them out, let them go to the bathroom, do their normal routine. She died right there with me.
Lassiter was charged with driving while impaired and careless and reckless driving, that according to the Highway Patrol report.
I would like to see, justice to be served.
Once the case made its way to District Attorney Ted Bell's office, a felony charge of cruelty to animals was added.
We were dismayed, frankly, upset, frustrated with what had happened.
Traditionally, cruelty to animal charges result with a misdemeanor. Bell says Lassiter's prior DWI helped the prosecution upgrade to a more severe charge.
This defendant had a prior DWI. And so in looking at that, we basically argued that that prior DWI shows malice for the felony cruelty to animals, just as it would show malice for second-degree murder if it had been a person that had been killed.
District Attorney Bell went on to say he feels Lassiter's sentence should have been longer. However, it does fall in line with the state's sentencing guideline, explaining that he hopes this case stands as a reminder that cases of animal cruelty and driving while impaired will be taken seriously under his leadership.
And new this half hour, an affordable housing complex in Waynesville will receive low-income tax credits to meet a growing need.
As News 13's Rex Hodge reports, those credits will also come at a cost for people who are already living in the area.
It took 2 attempts to secure low-income housing tax credits for the Balsam Edge project. The first attempt failed. What put the project over the edge this time has a lot to do with the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred.
The devastation that it had on the area, and particularly the housing stock of the area. The finance agency kind of gave the region affected a bonus point. And
Adeline Wolf is with the Asheville-based nonprofit Mountain Housing Opportunities, tasked with finding affordable housing for the low income. It owns the land behind the Waynesville Ingalls store on Russ Avenue. Getting the nod in the competitive process for low-income tax credits clears the way for the Balsam Edge Apartments, 84 1-, 2-, and 3-bedroom units to move forward. Over $1 million in federal money administered through the state and a loan of $1.45 million.
The town can start seeing, site work, construction in spring of 2023.
Wolf says walkable amenities will be available to residents.
It's less than a 10-minute walk to that great rec center and, the Greenway. It's right by that Ingalls. People can walk downtown if they want.
And Wolf says the units will be affordable.
It's going to be serving 60% of the area median income.
Changes are coming.
Nearby residents are preparing for that change.
It makes me sad. I think the crime's lost those beautiful oak trees up there.
John Ballantyne has lived in the area off Howell Mill Road nearly 75 years and knows accommodations are needed for Waynesville's growth.
Just a strange mix, trying to figure out where to put it.
Of Balsam Edge, he has questions.
Will my property be safe? They said they will vet the residents. I'll try to get to know and make friends with as many as I can that they may appreciate me and not rob me. But
Ballantyne will look for the positive in the inevitable changes. Wolf says Balsam Edge is a positive solution to meet growth needs.
But that growth can only truly be positive if all income levels can afford to live there.
Wolf estimates the project to be completed in the fall of 2025.
Transylvania County is facing a childcare problem that's leaving many parents without an affordable option.
The waiting list for care at the county child care center is what one county commissioner called staggering.
News 13's Charles Perez has more on the growing need.
Hey guys, I'm out in front of the main child care facility for Transylvania County, but there's a problem. There are a whole lot of kids here and not even close to enough space for all of them.
Well done.
It's been called the most important time in a child's educational life, that time between birth and 5 years old.
Development of the brain, that's the social emotional learning, cognitive skills are developed, and it is preparing you for lifelong learning.
Erin Drew is executive director of the Family Place, a private, non-traditional child care center where parents bring their kids and understand the challenges.
To not have access to childcare for your kids, I mean, it's crippling.
And the numbers are crippling for the county. The new Adventure Child Care facility has 31 infants on the waiting list for 10 spots, 51 toddlers on the waiting list for 12 spots, and 72 on the list for 17 pre-K spots. Last night at the Transylvania County Commission, County Manager Jamie Lauder made a case for the county to invest.
When we talk about economic development, we often talk about roads and sewers and even broadband. We don't often talk about the social infrastructure that it takes to have a qualified workforce available. And childcare is a component of that.
A component, some might say, has been ignored too long.
Why hasn't the county acted yet?
Actually, the county has acted. In 2015, we were a key partner in starting Get Set Transylvania, which is the early childhood initiative. And our county is one of the only counties, in fact, I think it's the only county providing childcare in the state of North Carolina.
To address the issue, the proposal is a public-private partnership designed to meet the needs of kids and families without overtapping their wallets.
Early childhood is a huge predictor of future success in life. Our investment in the first 5 years of life is critical.
A sentiment echoed at the Family Place.
It takes a village to raise the children, and we're that village.
It's a staple for us, and we're really grateful to have it.
So the question now, whether there's enough commitment to find enough money to show up with the space and the staff to make a difference.